This week, I'm going to do something a little different and go back in the archives, 6 months anyways, because that's when I first started uploading videos consistently. And I wanted to share the top 3 videos over that time frame that have performed the best in views, likes, and engagement. Thought it would be interesting to combine those 3 topics and share those with you here. If you're interested in the highlights of any of these 3 videos, I will include an info card at the top of each section so that if you want to go ahead and go to that particular video, you can do so very easily. I will also include the links in the description if you want to click any of them at the end of the video. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first tip that I'm going to review with you is something that is not necessarily applicable to the customer journey, but before you start anything marketing or sales related, it's important to understand why you're doing it. So the first tip I have for you is to map your marketing and sales goals back to your business objectives. That's going to put things into perspective and help with this next step that I'm going to review with you. So if you haven't done that before or need to take a few minutes to do that, go ahead and pause the video and restart it when you're ready. The second tip is actually going to take a little bit more of your time because it's going to involve you and anyone else in your organization that's involved in creating content. And by creating content, that is anything that's related to sending information to existing customers or to prospects in order to create awareness or create engagement opportunities or convert a lead to a sale. Also, anything to do with retaining your existing customers. The second tip I have is for you to make a complete list of all the content that you have, whether you're marketing, your sales, your customer experience, if you're the business owner, whatever type of content you've created for your business that's being shared with existing customers, old customers, prospecting, wherever they are in that process. Make a list of everything from your blog, your podcast, your video marketing, your email marketing, if you're creating webinars, all of it. I want you to make a list of everything that you're doing in regards to content. And then next to each one of those things, I want you to indicate whether you were creating that piece of content for generating awareness for your brand. If you were trying to get more people in on the webinar, if you were trying to convert someone who was engaging in a live chat, for example, if that intent was to convert them to a sale. So every piece of content, which is any type of communication that's coming from your company, anyone who's representing your company, and going publicly to bring any type of engagement or response or customers into your business, those are the things that I want you to write down. And then next to each one of those, I want you to indicate what the purpose was behind it. You didn't just create a blog just because you had spare time and felt like creating a bunch of content, right? You created it for a reason. Is it there because you wanted to start creating awareness and you thought by educating your ideal customers that would be a great place for them to start? It's on your website. You're giving them information, you're creating an opportunity for them to respond to you. So think of each one of those and make a list and indicate the reason why you created it. This is going to be helpful for the next step. So retain or retention, why this is important, like I mentioned, is that it's so important to just retain your customers. If you're just starting out, obviously it's going to take some time to build a customer base. But keep in mind that as you go through the marketing and sales process that you're probably most familiar with in your business, or just what you hear people talking about, that for your buyers, it's more of a journey. So creating a good experience for them along the different customer touch points and understanding what their needs are. What are the emotional triggers? How do you engage with them? How do you keep the conversation going? How do you differentiate yourself over other brands? And all of that due diligence up front in that process is going to help you not only convert them to a customer, but it's also going to help them stay with you and increase your customer retention rate, which is the ultimate goal. You want to grow, and you also want to help your customers grow. And consistency, more so on their end, is going to be better for their business as well. So some of the things that you'll want to do in the retention process, I do review here. This is more focused on the type of content or different initiatives that you can take part in order to help the retention process. So when you think of a product that you've purchased, even if it was on Amazon, where it's a really quick process, you're doing business on Amazon, probably because the experience that you had going through it was very easy to find information. You had a great checkout process. The delivery was painless, and what you got was exactly what you had bought for the most part, right? So when you think of that experience and apply it to your business, is that happening in your business as well? Are you making it easy for them to buy from you? Once they are on board with your brand and they're doing business with you, a lot of companies, even if you look at some of the different sales models that are out there, like the AIDA, the AIDA, if you look at that, which is awareness, interest, desire, and action, even that last step in that model is action, which is buy. And it doesn't continue the process. And it's so important to just streamline that process and just make it contiguous, so that once someone purchases from you, they then are going to continue to want to buy from you. You want them to be repeat buyers. The higher your customer retention rate is and the longer you keep customers, the more profitable your business is, and the better ROI. It just makes sense. So that's important to do. So your retention strategy, I'm not going to we're not going to go through a customer retention strategy today, but just some things to think about that you can implement in your business, whether it's creating an email campaign, communicating with your customers on a regular basis. It's important to set the expectations. So once someone buys from you and you've gone through either your onboarding process or you've delivered the products to them, then you want to, hey, Just Samson, thanks so much for joining me today too. I appreciate you being here. Thanks. So once you go through that process and just understanding, what the expectations are, that you're communicating that to them so that they know what they can expect from you and your company moving forward. Now, they've already done that time investment and they've purchased from you. So you definitely don't want that to stop there. You want to continue that process. So whatever your teams were doing up front, your customer success teams, your customer service teams will also need to continue doing that as well. So if there's a baton handoff, or if there's collaboration between all the teams, then look at how that communication is going to happen internally, so that externally to your customers, it's the most effective, it's streamlined, it's consistent. Even though you've got their trust and they've purchased from you the first time, that's something that needs to continue even after they become a customer. So that would be incorporated into your customer retention strategy. So some things to do is to talk to your customers, one-on-one. Obviously, the bigger your company gets, the more difficult that becomes. But at that point, you rely on the people who are interfacing with your customers to have those conversations. Give them some guidance on questions to ask. Where are they going to put the answers? And how is that information going to be shared internally so that you can use that information to serve your customers better? That's the ultimate goal. We want to keep happy customers, right? So look at how you can have that communication and engagement with them to collect that information to make their experience with your brand better. And after that, look at how that communication is actually going to happen. ConvertKit is a tool that you can use to create forms and landing pages and manage all of your email subscribers, which is really important if you're a business owner or you're responsible for all of your marketing. So I'm going to go ahead and review the free version of ConvertKit. So if you're using an existing email service provider or you are just getting started, this is the video that you'll want to watch in order to understand what features are available to just get started, whether it's creating a new email list or you're importing emails from another source, whether it's an Excel spreadsheet or from another tool like MailChimp. I'll also walk through how to add subscribers individually. So if you have individual email subscribers, you can do that manually. And then I will review how to create a landing page and a form, and then also how to embed a form on a website. So if any of this is interesting to you, go ahead and stay tuned and stick with me and let's walk through it. Before we move forward, I just want to let you know that I am an affiliate with ConvertKit. So if you choose to move forward with a paid plan, I may get a commission as a result of that. The good news is no matter which path you take, whether you go through my link or directly to ConvertKit, the pricing to you is the same. So, okay, landing pages and forms. We're going to go ahead and create new, and we're going to do both a form and a landing page. The form we are actually going to embed in my website because I am creating one for my website. So we're going to go ahead and do that together. So let's start with landing page just to show you the features and functionalities that are available. Thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate your time and watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to hit like. And also, if you like this type of content, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and also the bell notification so you know when new videos are uploaded every Thursday. Also, if you're interested in creating some clarity in any chaos you might be having in your business today, whether it's marketing related or you think it might be marketing related, it could be customer journey related or sales related, anything. I encourage you to click the link in the description and apply for a marketing breakthrough call with me. During this time, we will really dig in and uncover what obstacle or roadblocks or issues you might be having in your business that are keeping you from achieving that next level of success in your business. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, I encourage you to click the link and apply today. Again, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time and I appreciate you. And until next time, make today great.